Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, May the 17th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. And clouds thickened overnight, as we can see from the Trussville Skycam. And also from Tuscaloosa, we see that we have a mostly cloudy sky, as well as radar showing that we do have a few showers. Most of the places that are in green probably are not getting much precipitation, but if you're in any of the yellow areas, you're probably getting at least some sprinkles or perhaps even a few hundredths of an inch of precipitation. But the atmosphere is relatively dry, as we see from the sounding last night in the Shelby County Airport, and that means that a lot of that precipitation is not reaching the ground, but of course some of it probably is. In the upper atmosphere, we've been watching and dealing with this trough over the eastern half of the country, which has brought some unseasonably cool weather. Very nice, brisk weather, as a matter of fact. But we have a little disturbance that is rotating through the bottom of that trough this morning. We expect another one to rotate through the bottom of that trough on Sunday morning. So it looks like we're going to have kind of a repeat weekend rain event on Sunday. I think actually the rain will be more widespread on Sunday morning than it is on this morning. Temperatures across the area, not quite as cool as we saw yesterday morning, although some spots still dipping into the 40s, but for the most part, we're in the 50s this morning as we start the day. As I say, there's a little disturbance moving through that flow, and we're getting a little area of some light precipitation that extends from north-central Alabama back across the mid-south area of Memphis and back into north-central Arkansas. QPF-wise, that is going to be the focus both today and tomorrow, Sunday morning, for any precipitation, and after that, we will turn dry. Storm Prediction Center is not outlooking any organized severe thunderstorms forecast, and while we do not have a hurricane season yet in the Atlantic, the hurricane season has begun in the eastern Pacific, and the National Hurricane Center is watching an area of disturbed weather in the Pacific there, and there's about a 40% chance that it could become a tropical weather system within the next 3 to 5 days. All right, here's the 06 EGFS model run and surface pattern, and we can see today that that little area of precipitation moving across primarily the Tennessee River Valley. And that should allow us to clear out this afternoon and not go completely clear, but at least see some sun and less chances for rain. The trough is in place today, and as we see for tomorrow, the trough remains more or less in our area. It's beginning to move a little bit to the east, but we see another little disturbance there over the southern Appalachians moving through the base of that trough, and so therefore we do expect another round of some precipitation. Primarily across the area from about Birmingham northward on Sunday morning, but again, we should see some sun by Sunday afternoon. The trough moves on off the east coast as ridge builds in from northern Mexico across the central U.S., and that's going to be the rule for the next few days after that, as high surface, high pressure on Monday begins to take hold over the eastern half of the country. Not much change in the pattern as the ridge becomes stronger on Tuesday. We see the ridge holding very strong on Wednesday, despite the fact that we have a deep trough over the west coast and the western United States. By Thursday, the upper high is really centered over the southeastern U.S. and pretty much over Alabama and Mississippi. And then when we get out to Friday, we see that there's still not much change, although now that trough off to the west is beginning to have its impact on the upper ridge, so breaking it down somewhat. So it looks like we're going to have a mostly dry week and warm, with temperatures probably climbing into the vicinity of 90 degree mark. The surface pattern shows that we're still dry on Friday. As we get into Saturday, a week from today, we see that the ridge is there, but it is breaking down, so that by about Monday or Tuesday, we see the trough come across. Now, we're into voodoo country here, but we see the trough move across, and that looks like that's going to be our next significant shot at any precipitation for the next week or so. So mostly dry and warm week ahead after this weekend. And getting out to the end of the forecast period, 348 hours, this is around the 31st of May, and the ridge builds back. So the ridge, kind of like a bad penny, coming back. So it looks like we'll get into, by the end of the month, we'll be into a more summerish kind of weather pattern with some warmth, as well as perhaps the possibility of air mass showers or thunderstorms. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video. Looking forward to judging the Doodah Day Parade today around 11:01 a.m. at Rhodes and Caldwell Park. So hope that you have a chance to come by and say hello. We expect to have the next Weather Xtreme video first thing on Sunday morning. Hope that your Saturday is a good one, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.